While I was at Harbor Freight, I had found a drill that was $14.99, which includes the drill, the battery, and the charger. I'd actually picked it up for a DIY money-making opportunity where I take one single board, it pays for all of the tools to build it into the project, plus you profit $100. Check that video out in the description. And since that video's done, I want to test out this drill, really push it to its limits. Given its price point, I wouldn't be rushing out to a job site with this bad boy, but it should be able to handle everyday tasks like drilling and assembling some furniture, and then some tasks it's really not designed to do. In the box, you get some plastic, you get the manual, the charger, the battery, the drill. No bits, nothing fancy. It's $15. I'm not going to read the manual word for word. Basically, it says don't hand it to a baby and don't try to eat the battery. That's the two most important parts. And if you've ever worked retail, you would know that 90% of the questions customers have to bother me while I'm trying to avoid doing work can be answered by reading the box. So we're going to do a little bit of that. I've got a 12-volt lithium, 3/8 cordless drill driver. 3/8 is going to refer to the size of the driver. That's this here. They do make them in a 1/2-inch version. Obviously, this drill's not packing a big punch. 3/8 is more than plenty. It also will fit all of my hole saws. I doubt this can do hole saws. But that's a 3/8 drive. It's a variable speed. It's got your drill, 12, all the way down to 1. We're going to play with that as well. It's got 132 inch-pounds of torque. I thought that was for trucks. An electric brake. I let go of the button. The motor stops. The drill stops. It doesn't just keep going for like an hour and a half like ones that don't have an electric brake. It's lightweight, compact, easy for handling. It is. There's a cute little LED light. But when I let go of the trigger, it turns that light off. It's got forward, it's got reverse. It does not have a speed setting for the motor. It has a clutch setting. That's how much pressure you can put on the actual drill before it's gonna start trying to resist you. Speed being, you can have it as a faster speed, slower speed for drilling. It's not gonna have that. It is not a brushless motor. That's all right. Again, tiny little battery. It's not gonna have the button so you can see how charged your battery is. It's 15 bucks, people, 15 bucks. And here we are at the obstacle course. I'm gonna be drilling some holes. I'm gonna be screwing those bad boys in, screwing some more screws in, drilling some holes, and trying to get this screw here put into place. All on one single charge. When you plug the battery in to charge, there is a red LED indicator saying that it is charging, and that switches to green to let you know that it is fully charged. You guys hear that? It doesn't have the audible click, you know, it just starts screaming at you. That's okay. Here we go. Test number 1, just drilling a few holes. Starting out with a 1/16 of an inch drill bit. First, she handles that pretty well. Moving up to a 1/8 of an inch drill bit. Then a 5/32 of an inch. What a weird size. Finally finishing off with that 1/4 inch bit. Honestly, I think the other 3 were a little dull because it really liked chomping on the 1/4 inch. Didn't really have any loss in power. Things went pretty good. She's still pretty charged, I think. I don't know. This next test requires an accessory, this DeWalt driller 90-degree angle bit thingy. I'm gonna play with the chuck settings. So first screw is setting 1, second screw is 2, yada, yada, yada. Let's see how she does. So clutch setting number 1 left me with an 1.25" screw sticking up. Clutch setting 2, same thing, 1.25". Clutch setting 3 took me to 1.125". Clutch setting 4, 1.116". Clutch setting 5, 7/8 of an inch. Clutch setting 6, 3/8 of an inch. Clutch setting 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 drove the screw all the way into the board except for the head. It would not drive the head below the surface. Setting 12 almost took the head all the way into the board. And just setting it to that clutch setting to drill, it took the head all the way below the surface, mainly because it's giving it all she's got. On to the more challenging obstacles. We've upgraded to safety glasses, and that's not because I forgot to put them on prior to this point in the video. This next test, I'm using the scariest bit I own. It is a spade bit, paddle bit, but it has this speed screw on the top. And this is the bit that likes to slap me the most. Every tool in the shop wants to slap you. This one will do it 90% of the time. Hopefully she doesn't today. And it slaps you because when you're putting it in, there's a lot of torque on it, and so it's gonna throw this. Maybe. No, she done. It's taking little shavings off, but she ain't making it. Ooh, I also smell the motor burning up. I got down pretty close to 1/8 of an inch, and with this bit, if you don't have the torque to back it up, it ain't going anywhere. Stepping up to 1 3/4 inch hole saw. Has my drive arbor. Let's see how far we get. This one doesn't take as much torque as the paddle bit. We still might be able to make it. Halfway. The problem is, if I put more pressure down, it's putting more stress on the motor, which is already hot. I'm going to say you can do it. I don't want this task to burn out my motor. Now this one has smoked a couple of my drills before. I'm losing a lot of RPM when I put pressure down, and that's just putting a lot more stress on the motor. She ain't getting her done. In the Holy Grail, can it drive a 6-inch screw into a 4x4? This is definitely on the construction side of the obstacles. Oh, by goodness it can. She gone. To finish off the battery, I'm going to run all these screws into the board, and if I still got juice, I'll switch to drilling holes. "42 additional screws, 2-inch long, and we finally killed the battery. She's very close to death. Motor, still smelling good. So honestly, it's just a recharge. All in all, not a bad drill. Back with a full charge. Let's say you have a squeaky floating dock down by the pond. See if this baby can help you out. You ever used a drill submerged in water? Usually they last quite a while. Here we go. Oh no. This one didn't like the water. There's just straight liquid coming out of the battery. Ooh. Well, now you know. You can't submerge this one in water. And she lights up, just nobody's home. Oh! She's back from the dead! No freaking way! She probably needs to dry just a little bit longer. I took everything apart and blew it out really well, and she worked again. I love the detail work where they put the little fake line and screw on the sides, like you could mount one of these onto it, but it's clearly going to hit that battery rail when you put your battery in here. Honestly, 15 bucks. If you have no drill, skip McDonald's, buy this drill. It's a pretty freaking good one.